Yo! Video games.
You know what would be, why it would be fun? And I'll be honest, it'll be fun watching the other three try to use their brains.
This is a 360 game. Yeah, it would.
Like, honestly, I think Steve and Kenny would waste more time trying to figure out how the clue sheet worked.
You know, I feel this is really pretty, but like as far as like actual level design and shit goes, it's nowhere near as good as Mania.
Yeah, I believe Sonic Team is Generations, but
Mania was like 15 indie dudes. 15 fan game people. Shit, I don't want to watch this. Ugh. Crappy modern Sonic. Sonic has never controlled well in 3D. He's always been like a weird fucking hog on ice. Again, this is a 360 game. Not even an Xbox One, but like 2 generations ago. What the fuck is boost? There it is.
criminal effect that Disney Interactive isn't. Or if they are, they
Wait, Disney Interactive?
yeah.
I mean, they've like started and stopped like 3 times. Looked like fun. I didn't really do much. I occasionally jumped and kind of like tapped the boost.
Thanks, Sonic. I thought I was dead, floating without a body in a black limbo.
That's the current Tails voice,
I'm
right?
gonna have nightmares for weeks.
Is it me, or is that place we were just in awfully familiar?
Not to me. This place looks like something sucked all the life and color out of it. Totally strange.
No stranger than rescuing genies in magic books or saving aliens in an interstellar amusement park. I'm more concerned about finding our friends.
Hey, Sonic, I saw something over there in the distance. Like buildings, but they look weird.
That might be a good place to check out. I'll be back soon.
I guess you can't really call him Chris Redfield Sonic anymore, can you?
Wow, you weren't kidding when you said soon. I thought you already left.
I had heard that there was talk about maybe using Jaleel White as classic Sonic, but like scheduling didn't work out. I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Well, I know he came back. Like, he had that thing where he said he was ending his role as Sonic, but then, like, I think 6 months later, he's like, hey, guys, guess what? I'm back.
I mean, I love Sky Sanctuary, but it kills me that it's the only zone that and Angel Island and Sky Sanctuary are the only 2 zones they'll acknowledge from Sonic 3K. Like, the Jackson Estate got them that shook. I mean, this looks good, man, but there's something about the old sprites, the classic sprites in Mania. Just looks so good.
I actually just recently went through my 360 collection digital to see what I had access to, and I still have my Sonic 3 and Knuckles downloads available. The vintage downloads collection. I thought that was kind of funny.
Can you still buy those or no?
I don't think you can buy them, but I bought them way back, so I still had access to them.
What do you think, Chris? Who did? Oh shit! Who did a better Chemical Plant remix? T. Lopez or whoever did this one?
T. Lopez, is that the one that did
Mania.
Mania? I'll give it to Mania. The thing is, though, is that for the modern version of it, I actually do dig its how, like, it kind of, like, holds on to certain things. And play certain sections a little longer than they should, but I don't know.
In Mania?
No, in Generations.
Ah.
I feel like some parts of the modern remix they did for it work. Like Classic, they didn't touch that. Or if they did, they just like refurbished it.
Shooting Star. I got artwork, yay. A universally priced 3D Sonic game? Sure, if they make one as good as like Mario Odyssey or Mario Galaxy, but that's not happened.
No, Metropolis though was not in Generations.
Personally, I think enough decades have passed where it's like you can make good games. You can make there have been some decent Sonic 3D games, but like as a whole, he just works better in 2D. The way I see it, he just Sonic's just better as a 2D game character. His core gameplay just gravitates to it. Because, like, even now, I'm mostly in 2D. Ow.
Not only that, but it feels like Sega does the same thing with Mario with Sonic that Nintendo does with Mario, in that every new game they feel like they have to have some unique gimmick that ties the whole game together, and they rely on it so damn heavy that it just kills everything else that makes the game.
Yeah, they got to reinvent the wheel every time. I feel you on that. I think with Mario, they also know a little bit better about when not to go too far with the idea. Like Cappy is like, okay, yeah, it's a new gimmick, but it's like it's not a radical reinvention or anything. It's just kind of like, okay, cool. Like it kind of takes the idea of power-ups and just kind of like expands it.
Like instead of you getting like fire flowers and mushrooms and shit like that, no, it's just you use the hat to become different things that are around the area.
Yeah.
But they also tie that cap concept and actually like expand upon what they can do with it. Because with it, you get an automatic double jump. But you still get your triple backflip jump and shit like that. But using the cap, you can use it as like just like a jump ring.
Yeah.
It's done. They decide to be creative with it, which I can respect. Anytime they try doing something like that with Sonic, it's always this weird, arbitrary gimmick that just does not work out. Like, let me dig my head. Sonic Heroes, for one.
Yeah, it's got to be this really weird, like, three-person team gimmick.
Yeah, we need to have Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails team up for whatever reason. Then having the one campaign just isn't enough. We need to also create 3 other campaigns. And like what's funny is that the Team Cax one I can actually cut a little slack for, because their whole thing was not rushing to the end. Theirs was actually Like you had to complete certain objectives throughout the level.
Yeah.
And aside from that, it's just easy, medium, and hard mode. Then, like, Generations' whole gimmick is that, well, people love the classic Sonic gameplay, we'll just tie that in with a modern Sonic take, and it kind of works.
Wonderful.
It kind of works. I love it.
It's kind of funny how they were like, we're not going to do Generations ever again. That was a very special one-time anniversary deal, and I'm like, why? People liked it. Like, they immediately had to go to Sonic Lost World, and it's like, now he has a dedicated run button, which he's never ever had. And everything is on, like, tubes and shit. And we have, like, this parkour mechanic. And it's like, why?
Sonic Forces, I don't think we need to say a whole lot. We need to have classic Sonic come back, but also we need to have an OC show up because power of friendship.
This is a good remix. God, his control is always sloppy in 3D. God damn it!
Look, when you try to think about it critically, what does Sonic in 3D really offer? It's like the most they've done was add the homing attack, and that's about it.
And that can easily be done in 2D.
Yeah. Like, I would argue that the only reason you'd want 3D is what you're doing right here, the illusion of perception, showing just how fast the exact moving. To help implement that illusion of speed. That being said, I really don't know.
God, he controls so weird when you have to, like, do precise movements. Biggest thing of anything going on? I don't know. You know what was weird though? Like, I did the friend code this week, and it was funny because like the episode was titled "Should Nintendo Buy Sega?" which is weird because it's not really the crux of the. It's not all we talked about. It is a part of what we talked about, but like everyone just saw the title and just commented immediately just on should Nintendo buy Sega, yes or no. And really the discussion was really more about what does Nintendo do if more and more big acquisitions keep happening? Like, you bitch, this asshole over here.
Trent goes to Nintendo by Sega. It's got a big ass picture of Sonic on it.
Yeah. I think for me more. Oh my god, what the fuck? I think the point for me is more, less should they do it in more. Bro, buttons. What the fuck?
Let's be real. We don't even know if they're going to be doing another Sakura Wars after how poorly the last one.
No, and I got in a huge argument on Twitter with one of the guys who does Saturn fan translations, and I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I didn't really want to get nasty about it, but he kept saying that Sakura Wars Revival was a big success for them, and it's a big money maker for them, and I'm like, no, it's really not. That Sakura Wars on PS4 sold worse than most of the Sakura Wars games in the past. And see, this is where I hate this game. The whole get keys. The whole dead stop. Dead stop progress. Go do side quest shit.
Time to do chores.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, no, that Sakura Wars game was not received well. Didn't sell as well as many of the other ones, but and he just did not want to let it go. And I was like, they shut down the mobile game. Here's the thing, and you can look it up. The news is out there. I said Sega of Japan spent $30 million on one mobile title last December. Well, a year plus ago. So over a year ago, they launched a $30 million mobile Sakura Wars game. And in 6 months, they shut the whole thing down because it launched at... What's up, Serious Yuki? At 215th. The month it came out, it was 215th place on the mobile charts for the month. And they in the first month of the game's release, they had only made $730,000 off it. Now keep in mind they had spent $30 million on it. And in the first month they only made back $700,000, not even $1 million. So within 6 months, happy third, well, not quite third today, but anyways, welcome back, seriously. Yeah, and this guy just would not let it go. He just kept arguing with me that they still have stage productions that are a big deal in Japan, and the PS4 game was definitely not a sales disaster. And I'm like, I don't think Sega launched. Here's the thing: there's a Sonic game or a Yakuza game every single year, because those are successes. They launched one Sakura Wars game a couple years ago. It was poorly received by its fandom. Didn't have super great sales. Not terrible, but not super great. Didn't even crack 500,000. And they're not making any more, so I don't think Sega considered it a success. I mean, I get the guy's really close to Sakura Wars since he's part of the translation team for the Game Boy Color one, but he kept trying to use the excuse of hey, well, the stage shows still sell out. And I'm like, yes, and we still have Waterworld stunt show at Universal Studios. No one's begging for Waterworld to come back as a series otherwise. It just has a damn good stunt show. Like Sakura Wars, damn good stage show, stage play, or concert, really. And they are fire. They're great. Like, I've seen YouTube's clips of them. Like, they're pretty awesome looking, but it's like, I don't think a successful stage show necessarily is enticing Sega after a $30 million write-off.
Honestly, shit like that makes me happy. I'm more open to criticism than I used to be.
It's like, I don't mean to like, at one point he had a tweet and then he deleted it right away where he said I have a hate boner for the franchise. It's like, not at all. I'm just saying, like, it's not where it needs to be. Like, they fucked up with the new one. They turned it into a shitty Musuo when it used to be a strategy RPG. It used to be a strategy RPG dating simulator. I wonder what franchise has successfully pulled that off recently.
Yeah. Much to my chagrin. Look, I will still say, like, the only Fire Emblem game I've even remotely enjoyed was Path of Radiance. And that had no dating, no stuff like that.
Which is why it wasn't successful.
Yeah.
Just being 100% honest.
No, you're right. You're probably right on that. Like, I remember you talking about that. They got rid of the tactics part of it, turned it into a Mosu, killed off the entire cast and replaced them.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, like, had this weird story beat of they're trapped in the demon world, and then they don't resolve that plot point at the end of the game. Like, they just remain fridged.
Makes me wonder if Frontier's whole thing is that they're gonna make an open world Sonic game. Which, first off, that's warning bells.
Oh yeah.
Because that would entail that they would have to make a gigantic, like, I would argue by your standards, a Monolith Soft-sized world, roughly on par with Breath of the Wild, as much as I don't want to make that comparison.
Oh, but it is.
And they would have to make it interesting. It would have to be running through that world would be interesting, fun, and you want to be a part of it. And then have to fill in hazards that would make sense for whatever you're doing. And that's the part that worries me.
Well, the thing is there's people who broke their NDA who were part of the focus test of Sonic Frontiers, and there were multiple people who said it was boring as fuck. Like, you have this giant empty world you run around in, and you go to these little like portals, and the portals load up these, which are, think of them almost like shrines, where they load up these mini levels. That they said the mini levels like didn't look very good, but they're like the classic Sonic-ish style of like gameplay. And that's kind of what you do, is like you seal up these portals in this open world and just kind of run between them. And I forget, there was like some other gameplay gimmick or whatever they said about traversal. And anyways, like, it was not done. It was not received well.
Thanks, Sonic. You did a good job back there. Hey, did you gain weight?
Do I look like I need
Sonic.
your power?
And then people wonder why Sega's so open to people making fan games, and they host like hack events where people show off their game designs and shit because nobody in Sega's competent to make a good game.
Here's the thing: someone asks a good question, which is like, how do you even make an open world with a character whose whole shtick is going, I can show you this. Let me show you.
Oh no! Here we go. Here we go.
It exists. Of course, the fans did it. Of course. Yeah. Here, let me show you. Let me show you what it looks like. Because it kind of can be done, but it's just a prototype. It's not in any way, shape, or form meant to be like this is not meant to be a game. Like this is not a vertical slice. Okay, it's not a vertical slice of a game. It's just a sort of tech demo proof of This is a proof of concept, if you will. Let me show you my Pokemans. Let me show them to you.
They bring the boys to the yard.
Baby, what's up, Blood Orchid? Take me out to dinner. Happy third dude day.
It's definitely rough, but there's definitely things like really good things to pull from it.
Yeah. So it's just like a proof of concept of like, okay, well, how should you make Sonic control in a big open environment? Probably something like this.
You know what I think I'm actually liking about what I'm seeing here? It's gonna sound weird in a way, but I just feel like it makes sense. There's hardly any obstructions.
Yeah.
And if there are, they're telegraphed in a good way so that you can prepare yourself for them well before
Yeah, that's a good point.
you run into them.
Especially for a game where you're running really fast and shit.
That's always been the one thing I've disliked about Sonic games is like you almost have to treat them like Castlevania games in that you have to predict what's coming your way and you have to burn so many lives in order to get to that point. Like repetition's the name of the game so that you don't make the same mistake like 50 times. The hard stops are what I've always disliked about Sonic. When the whole gist is you gotta go fast. Give me a reason to go fast. Look at that. I know I'm behind, but like just seeing him ramp off that into another section of the map, and there's no loading too. I think that's something.
Yeah,
it's
that
seamless gameplay.
you're gonna need something that's really good at streaming data, streaming like large world data.
Look at this secret area. No, literally nothing stopping you. It's just fluid movement, and I love it.
Yeah, you just need space basically. Maybe that's something Frontiers will get, but like maybe it won't. I mean, I agree with Arnett. Well, it doesn't burn my retinas or anything. It's just, I do agree a little bit that I'm like, yeah, I wish there was more to the textures than this really rough, repeated pattern over and over and over.
Like you said, though, it's proof of concept, and in that consensus, all they're really trying to do is, hey, classic Green Hill, this is what it would look like in a 3D slice.
Yeah.
And this is us just generating a large enough world to dictate the speed of which the character is moving and show you what this all could look like. Which honestly, when I think back to like adventure games, they've always had the restriction of being just linear racetracks almost. Kind of feel, now that I think about it, that's what most Sonic games, like any 3D game, just turns into like more like a 2.5D almost. Only few, like they have 3D, but they need to treat it like it's a 2D game still.
Yeah, I've seen the Doom Engine thing. But yeah, this is a little proof of concept thingy madoohickey. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have any faith in Sonic Frontiers because Sonic Team has shown time and time and time and time and time again that most of the time they get a new idea, it sucks.
run better? Well, I would argue that'd be part of the challenge. If the idea is that we're going to make Sonic have full 3D and be able to have this giant open world, well, what are they going to do to fill it? And what are they going to give us to have fun with it?
Yeah, like the actual problem with every open world game, actually.
Yeah. It's just uniquely difficult with Sonic because he's never had a really, like, stellar 3D experience, so he's been mediocre at best.
The fuck hit me? God, this shit is so fucking weird.
I think Sega learned their lesson from that whole debacle, I'd hope. I think we'd have better luck with them trying to buy out the Archie property, Sonic stuff that they used all the way back then.
Huh. What the fuck? Bro, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do to him.
Right there? You have to dodge the last hit and then hit him.
can't avoid it. Literally can't avoid it. Scrap metal.
Yeah, here's my soccer ball.
None of this sounds fun.
As someone who hundoed this game, most of that stuff wasn't fun.
Leave the flying to me. Just press the Y button to call me. I'll take care of this one.
Wow. It's Sonic 3 music. Not Chrome Gadget, Balloon Park.
Here goes.
Do 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 do. Why wasn't this just a standard mechanic? Just press Y to bring Tails out. Is it tap or hold?
I'll take care of this one.
Pick the game. Yeah, this is the shitty part of the game. Like the just dead ass stopping. Do this crap. Open this Kingdom Hearts door. How do you save the game? It's probably autosave.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't it an autosave?
Yeah. Yeah.